So today I'm going to be sharing with you my recipe for loaded cookie bars. This is a recipe that I came up with my second year of teaching. I was teaching fourth grade and we were having a class party. So I had the students help me put together some of the ingredients and mix-ins for this recipe. There are different variations to this. So today I'm going to be showing you the original recipe, but you can kind of play around with it and use your own base for the cookie bars or your own mix-ins based on your favorite candies and stuff like that. But let me show you what we're going to start with. So it starts out simple enough with boxed brownie and cookie mix. Then the loaded part for today is Milky Way, Kit Kat, and mini marshmallows. So the first thing we have to do is we need to chop up the Kit Kats and Milky Ways so that they are like little chunks, almost like chocolate chip sizes to mix in. To review ingredients, I'm just following the directions that are on the back of the cookie and brownie mixes. So in addition to the mixes, I need 1 egg and 1 stick of butter for the cookies, and then vegetable oil and 2 eggs for the brownies. And there I have my cut up Kit Kats, Milky Ways, and a handful of mini marshmallows. So I'm going to start by making just the regular brownie mix. So I'm going to pour in the brownie mix, add 2 eggs, our oven's ready. And then 2/3 cup of vegetable oil. Okay. And then I will use a hand mixer to mix that all together. So once my brownie batter is all combined, I am going to use a spatula. You can also use a spoon. And I'm going to put in about half of each. So I'm going to put in half of my Kit Kats, half of my marshmallows, and half of my Milky Ways. And with your spatula or spoon, you're just gonna fold that all in. I don't know if you heard that crack, but we took a slight pause because as soon as I put my spatula in the mix, it cracked. But I have another one. So I'm just gonna fold this all in together. And you want to make sure that it's kind of evenly all spread out, that you don't have big clumps in one area. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to spread that into a greased 13 by 9 inch pan. So the brownie batter is all laid out in my pan. And the next step is my chocolate chip cookie mix. So package chocolate chip cookies, 1 stick, which is half a cup of softened butter, and then 1 egg. Okay. And I am going to mix that all together and then add in the rest of my candy. Now, when you add in the candy to this, it's not going to mix in like it did with the brownies. So there might be chunks that don't totally mix in. That's okay, because this is just gonna be clumped by scoops on top all over the brownie. So I will show you that in a couple minutes. So here is my brownie mix. Here is my cookie dough. And I'm pretty much just gonna take scoops of the cookie dough and scoop it out throughout the brownie mix. So there we go. I'm gonna stick this in the oven for about a half hour at 350. Definitely keep an eye on it. If after 20-25 minutes it's starting to get very brown or the edges are starting to burn, you can cover it with aluminum foil. You just don't want to take it out early because you want to make sure the middle has cooked all the way through. So while that is cooking, I wanted to give you some tips on a few variations. I will start by saying, if you can find it, and it is hard to find now in stores, but there was a brand that used to sell the brownie and cookie mix together for the purpose of swirling them or mixing them together. And it was just the right proportion and right size for baking it in a pan. But it is hard to find now. Otherwise, as I said in the beginning, there are many variations on this recipe that you could make. Probably the one I make most often, and it's also super easy, is using either just chocolate chip cookies or just sugar cookies, making the base the way it is, and then mixing in M&Ms and sprinkles. And for different holidays or special occasions, I use different colored sprinkles and M&Ms. But you could really use whatever type of cookie mix you prefer, or mix whatever type of cookie mixes you prefer, and add in your favorite candies. So I would love to see what you choose to add in yours. So if you do make this and put your own twist on it, please definitely share those pictures and share those videos. So there we have it. Unfortunately, I cannot cut into these now because they are for a Memorial Day barbecue tomorrow, but I wanted you to see our final product.